One red light, two red lights, three red lights, four red lights, five red lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the third race of the season here as Thomas Cope looks to get a good start in the run up the hill towards turn number one as he heads into Rouge Radio. Meanwhile, look at Hammer trying to go round the outside immediately versus Busby. Get the bell launcher, the car's gone round as there's contact there with James Parker. Hammer comes sliding back onto the circuit, he gets the car back together, but meanwhile Marshall's into the wall there and it's tragedy for a number of drivers now as they make the way up to speed, albeit everyone trying to tiptoe their way around the scene of the incident. I believe we do have what is there, one of the Olympus eSports cars going round, and as they make the way onto the Campbell Straight here. We'll look at this, it's going to be a three-way fight. It's going to be Parker who puts himself in the middle, Bamber on the right of your picture, and meanwhile it's going to be Atkinson on the left, and Atkinson comes on through, he takes one, he takes two, and Jack Atkinson makes it count as the UKSimRacing admin team driver moves up into P10. And meanwhile Rance goes a bit wide, and DeVoe is going to come at him now with full flame and fury as they make the way into the braking zone. DeVoe up the inside, Rance on the outside into the bus stop chicane. He's going to switch back to a left-hander, but DeVoe gets ahead before they reach the final part of the chicane, and Jeremy DeVoe retakes the lead of the silver class after losing it on the opening lap for a brief moment. As meanwhile we've got a lock up there from Emil Koopmans into La Source. That's going to be Lee through. Koopmans meanwhile now under pressure from Ramadan and Parker as Ramadan and Parker share the real estate behind Koopmans. They make the way onwards towards Rouge, and as they do, they all form back into line here. Koopmans, however, with a slight error for Apex. This is definitely missing the Apex of La Source, and here's the battle for P3 overall in the gold class as they make the way onwards towards Lake Arm. Romano coming in very hot up the inside. There's a small bit of contact there with Cos tapping the rear of Romano's car, and Igor Cos goes around. Meanwhile Samuel Sparrow's passed that, and my goodness, this will be the corner where Koopmans needs to nail it right as Cos gets the better run through Blanchimon, and now heading towards the bus of chicane. The Dutchman will have to defend versus the German, and Cos goes in, he goes all the way in under braking here. It's going to be a late move, but as they make the way on around, it's signposted very well. Koopmans covers him off. Igor Cos being very respectful of the racing, and great respect shown in return by Koopmans as they make the way up towards La Source corner. Behind them, Parker still fending off Caleb Ramadan, in fact getting ahead of Ramadan on the course of that lap, because up the inside of Koopmans this time. A little bit of a door rub there, and I think Koopmans will feel as though he was elbowed out slightly. He won't be overly pleased with that. Over there, and Parker very eager to make progress versus Koopmans, but as they come down to the braking zone, it's going to be Koopmans who tries to make return progress versus Cos. Around the outside to inside here, too wide they go through the chicane. Cos there on the inside for the final part of it as they go to the third turn, and well, with these two squabbling so much, Parker now will be close. Koopmans is still there. Parker's thinking about making it three wide. He backs out in the end of thinking no, Revanche doesn't need three, it only needs two wide at the most, and as they come down through the sweeping right-hander, Cos right now holding on, but Koopmans very eager to come back at him. It's great as he heads in to the chicane, but looking from them, well, in fact we're not going to look away from them just yet as Parker tries to cut it back here versus Koopmans, who makes a complete ham sandwich of the bus stop chicane. A need right now, Parker trying to get on through. He's going to go around the outside here into La Source, but Koopmans is still there. This is going to be bold to the number 120 on the right of your picture if he is going to get this done, but Koopmans defends it. Ramadan meanwhile cuts up the inside there, and Fritsch coming back versus Eddersford here, where it's not over between the two of them, but the Austrian driver racing for Team Germany now trying to make an overall position back, but as they come out of the source onto another lap they go. Eddersford not giving in here. I think both drivers want the other one to give up, but this is pivotal for Eddersford as we see that Fritsch tucks in behind, but as they make the way on through Rouge and Radion, now it's going to be a comeback attempt here from Fritsch. He'll look around the outside into the Kemmel Straight, but behind them Ben Peterson comes on through. Peterson gets one, he gets two, he gets three, and Fritsch has got a slow down penalty, and Eddersford now is under attack from Oliver, and Oliver's going to look around the outside, but look about, it's three wide on the braking for people in the silver class, and as Eddersford finds himself compacted there in the middle, it's the reverse Moses manoeuvre, and Jules Bounce, my goodness, the DPR driver, he gains 2 places in the straight right now. He's got Koopmans and Parker, and well, I can tell you one thing, Koopmans does not want to let the sniff of the toe go. Parker's going to try and make it 3 wide, but Ramadan says no, 2 wide are plenty, thank you, and Parker's made his way. Koopmans goes around the outside. Can he get the door shut? Indeed he does. We do look here to Stefan Liversidge, and what is, I do believe, Ben Peterson looking around the outside, and Peterson having started from the back of the field, P39, where it's not been a race where he's going to be achieving a major positional achievement. I tell you one thing, Peterson is absolutely alive here today at the Spa-Francorchamps circuits. He looks up the inside here, and Liversidge into Rivage. He goes in, this is a P17 gold class, P20 overall, and he's going to take it there, as meanwhile, the battle for P2 is well and truly on, as Paul Busby now under major pressure. pressure from Corey Lazarus as they make the way on out of Stavlo at number 2 and onwards towards Blanchard. And Busby here, I don't think he's got any tyre left, and Lazarus is going to look round the outside. Well, this is one way to try and do it, but Busby is going to make his car as wide as possible as Lazarus made to tuck back in, and as they come on through and up towards the bus stop chicane. Now we Busby defending on the inside into the chicane. Lazarus looking around the outside, going longer on braking here. Can he get it done? Well, Busby gives him the space. Too wide at the second apex, and as they both powering out, Lazarus there with oversteer as his white flag is now waving, and as we ride on board and look back from the rear at the Effect Simulations car, you can see Lazarus getting closer and closer. He's got the run, he's got a long run here all the way down the Kemmel Straight, but Busby defends the inside. But can Lazarus get ahead and clear Busby before they get to the braking zone? Well, both drivers, he'll be absolutely mashing the throttle pedal as hard as they can to the floor. Busby goes as late as he can, Lazarus around the outside to lay calm. As they go right into left, Busby loses the rear of the car, and he has to catch the car on the brakes, and with that, Corey Lazarus takes P2. We look back inside the top 10, and here is Samuel Case-Brow, who's trying to hold off Igor Koz for P5, as Koz all over the back of him getting the better runs. So the Blackout Motorsport driver here looking vulnerable, and Sproul really covered on the inside. You can see Koz, he wants the outside to inside run into launch, but he can't have it. Sproul knows that he's trying to go for it, and as they make the way through, there's contact between the two, and Sproul into the tyre barrier there, as meanwhile, whilst the drama's happening further back, it's going to be a less than dramatic end to the race for your race leader. He's led from start to finish, and as he heads the line, he makes it 3 race wins in a row. Thomas Cope takes the checker flag for Olympus eSports Vanguard in the overall and gold categories, in which 6 seconds clear in the end of Corey Lazarus P2 for Blackout Motorsport in an absolutely brilliant drive in the late stage of the race. Paul Busby will take P3 for Effect Simulations, a podium well deserved today, and Jeremy DeBoer making it another win, taking the win on the home soil here, P12 overall, but the win in the silver class of the development challenge driver. Chris Rance comes on through to take P2 in the silver class, P13 overall for UKSimRacing UK, and it'll be Simon Bamber ahead of Patrick Thompson, with Adam McGreeson completing your silver podium, P16 overall for FR20 Sim Racing.